Good morning. We are working on the multiplication and division of real numbers. This is 1.7. Introduction. I got this up significantly higher. Actually, if I sat a smidge lower, I think I might be able to manage that one. Nope. I think there was one. There it is. That's as low as it gets. All right, for possibility 4, a negative number multiplied by a negative number. What we're going to do is try to see a pattern. So if negative 3 times 3 is negative 9, pardon, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, negative 3 times 1 is negative 3, so that's here, negative 9, negative 6, negative 3, negative 3 times 0 is 0. Well, negative 3 times negative 1, we're going to go the other direction. See how we've been growing from negative 9 to negative 6 to negative 3 to 0. We're going by threes. So negative 3 times negative 1 is going to be a positive 3, and negative 3 times negative 2 is going to be a positive 6. Note from possibilities 1 and 4, we know that if you have the same sign, all right, same sign, the answer is positive. All right. All right, the rule for multiplying integers. First, multiply the absolute value of the numbers being multiplied. Second, you assign the sign, whether it's negative or positive, based on our given rule. If the signs are different, your answer is negative. If the signs are the same, your answer is positive. Okay, so what we have is different, negative. Same, positive. Okay, so 3 times negative 5. Well, we know that 3 times 5 is 15. And since one is positive and one is negative, we have a different, so the answer is negative. So this is going to be negative 15. Negative 3 times negative 5. Again, 3 times 5 is 15. Same sign, both negatives. My answer is positive. So this is going to be a positive 15. 3 times negative 4. Well, 3 times 4 is 12. Since I have a different signs, it's going to be negative 12. Negative 4 times negative 5 gives me a 20. And since they're both negative, it's positive. 6 times 2 is 12. Same signs, positive. 5 times 6 is 30. Different signs, negative. 2 times 2. So this one we're going to actually do our association. So negative 2 times a negative 2 is a positive 4, same sign. And that's times now negative 2. So now I have 4 times a negative 2, different signs. The answer is going to be negative, and 4 times 2 is 8. So my answer is negative 8. When multiplying more than one number, you can multiply in any order by the commutative property of multiplication, which you can also use your associative property. All right, negative 3 times negative 2 is a positive 6. And now I have a 3 on that. 6 times 3 is 18. No matter what order you do it, it's going to work out this way. All right, multiplication. Division and multiplication. Multiplication and division are closely related. For example, 12 divided by 3 is 4. 12 divided by 3 is 4, which is the same thing as 12 times 1 over 3 is still 4. So we can say that division is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. That's how we change it from division to multiplication. Okay, so if negative 12 times 1/3 is equal to negative 4, then negative 12 divided by 3 is negative 4. If 12 times negative 1/3 is negative 4, then 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. Different signs produces a negative. Negative 12 times negative 1/3 is equal to 4. Then negative 12 divided by negative 3 is a positive 4. Again, same sign. Notice they're both negatives, and I get a positive answer. Okay, so when we divide the absolute value of the numbers and assign the sign. So let's do that. This is 36 divided by 3. And since they're both negative, my answer is going to be positive. Well, 36 divided by 3 is 12. If you need to, factor that 36. It's 6 times 6, 2 times 3 times 6, and I'm left with 2 times 6, which is 12. All right, 21.9 divided by negative 3. Well, positive and negative tell me my answer is going to be negative. Okay. This is going to be 7.3. Only because I can divide both the 21 and the 9 by 3 is it that easy. Decimals are usually not that easy. All right, negative 25 divided by negative 5. Well, 25 over 5 is 5. Both are negative, so my answer is positive. 228 divided by 4. Well, 100 is 25. So 200 is going to be 50. So 28 divided by 4, is 7. So it's going to be 57. But negative because my signs are different. 64 divided by 2 is 32. Same sign, so it's positive. You don't have to write the plus if you don't want to. I just like kind of doing the same thing every time. It just makes life, I think, a little easier. All right, 85 divided by 5. Well, 85 divided by 10 is 8.5. 5 is half that, so I multiply by 2. 8.5 is 17. So it's going to be negative 17 because I have different signs, so it's negative. 0 divided by negative 7. Well, 0 over anything is 0. We get into trouble when we divide by 0. So 0 over negative 7 is 0. 0 does not have a positive value or a negative value. It's just nothing. So this is just 0. Now, how do I remember which one is which between 0 over negative 7 and negative 7 over 0? Well, if you say it to yourself in your mind, it helps you to recognize that one of them doesn't make sense. I can have 0 halves. I can have 0 ducks. I can have 0 1/2s. I can have 0 half ducks. That's kind of weird, but you know what I mean. I can have 0 apples. I can have 0 half apples. I can have 0 4th apples. It's 0. If I don't have any of it, I don't have any of it. It's 0. All right. Whereas on the other hand, number 8 there is negative 7 0ths. 0ths? That's not a thing. 0ths does not make sense. So that one you can't do. So this one is actually undefined. Okay. All right. Moving on. Simplifying algebraic expressions. The rules for multiplying and dividing real numbers can be used to simplify the following algebraic expressions. So I have a -4 and a +5. So basically what I do is I reassociate the constants. -4 times 5 is -20. And there we go. All right, now I'm going to multiply this in. So I have -7 times 3x plus, remember this can become plus a -4. So I have -4 times -7. Well, the first one is negative because they're different signs. So I have -21x. And then the two negatives become a positive. The two negatives are same sign, becomes a positive. 4 times 7 is 28. All right, on this one, this looks kind of funny. What you have to do is think of this as a -1, and so I have to distribute it. So what that's going to do is change all my signs. Because I have -6 times -1 is a +6. All righty. Okay, you can write all the rules of the operation with integers. First off, the rule for adding integers. This was from 2 lessons ago, so it's a little bit more difficult. Sorry, I'm adjusting my seat. Okay, so same signs, add and keep the common sign. Different signs, subtract and take the sign of the larger number. Okay, the rule for subtracting integers. To subtract 2 integers, add the opposite of the second integer to the first. The rule for multiplying integers. Multiply the absolute values of the numbers being multiplied. Number 2, assigning the sign. Whether they're the same, it's positive, different is negative. Same signs positive, different signs negative. The rule for dividing integers. Divide the absolute values, and then you assign the sign again according to our rule. Same sign, positive. Different sign, negative. Where might there be confusion with these rules? Well, when the signs are different, essentially what's happening is you're subtracting. Okay? But when the signs are different and you're subtracting the second one, sometimes these get a little confusing. All right, what can we do to prevent the confusion of these rules? I said develop mnemonics for the process. Example, when subtracting, add the opposite. We did a couple of them already. Same sign positive, different sign negative. Those are types of mnemonics. Memory tricks is what mnemonics are. All right, so let's move on. This is going to be our last slide. It's just a little bit more practice. Okay, I want you to try these a little bit. I'm going to give you a little bit of time before I show you how to do them. Please try them. Practice it. What this is for is to figure out what you're missing. And then when I explain it, it'll become more obvious. So please take this time and do the problem. Okay, -2 and a -3, same sign. Whoops, you're going to get a -5. All right, do the next one. All right, so remember we have plus the opposite sign. So now again, I have 2 negatives. It's going to be -6. Now you do the next one. I'm going to give you a little music. I thought I was going to give you music. Where's my sound? Oh, my... That doesn't sound like the one I thought it was. There it is. Okay, we're going to pause and do this one first. Negative 36 divided by 3. Well, 36 divided by 3 is 12. Since they're both negative, the answer is positive. Okay, take a moment. Okay, now we're going to do the next one. Negative 3 times negative 3. Two negative, both the same. The answer is positive. 3 times 3 is 9, so I have a positive 9. All right, pause. Minus 5 plus 6 is going to leave me with a positive 1. All right, and we are done. A little bit of fun at the end there with some music.